Have you ever wondered why the American dream seems increasingly out of reach for many? It's a question that has been on the minds of millions across the United States. The answer lies in part within the walls of our homes, or rather, the lack thereof. The current state of the housing market has been nothing short of a nightmare for many, a stark contrast from the dream it once represented. Housing prices have skyrocketed, reaching astronomical levels that have left the average family staring up at a mountain they can't seem to climb. The once attainable goal of owning a home has now become a distant dream for many, as they grapple with the reality of their financial limitations. In the past decade, housing prices have surged by over 60%. This surge is not mirrored in the average American's income, which has seen a mere 8% increase in the same period. This growing disparity between income and housing costs has resulted in an unsettling reality. The majority of Americans are being priced out of their own homes. It's not just about purchasing a new home either. Even those who have managed to secure a piece of the American dream are finding it increasingly difficult to hold on to. Mortgage payments have become a monthly nightmare for homeowners, with more than 1 in 5 spending over half of their income on housing. These aren't just numbers on a screen. They represent the harsh reality many Americans are facing, a reality in which the roof over their heads is no longer a given, but a luxury. A reality where the dream of homeownership has turned into a fight for survival in the face of a relentless housing market. This crisis isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's about families, individuals, and the fundamental need for shelter. It's about the American dream, and whether it still holds true in this era of financial distress. So, let's delve into some real-life stories that highlight the struggles many face in this harsh housing market. Meet the Smiths, a middle-class family from Michigan, who are grappling with the realities of the housing market. They're a family of 4, with 2 hard-working parents and 2 children, all living under one roof. But their story is a testament to the struggles that many Americans are facing today. The Smiths are a classic example of the American dream. John Smith, the father, works tirelessly in a manufacturing plant, while his wife, Susan, is a school teacher. Despite their combined efforts, the dream of owning a home remains elusive. The cost of housing has skyrocketed over the past decade, outpacing the growth of their wages. They're stuck in a financial rut, a cycle that seems impossible to break. They've been trying to secure a mortgage for the past few years, but with the rising interest rates and their stagnant income, the dream of their own home seems to drift further away. Every rejection letter from the banks adds to their despair, echoing the grim reality of the housing market. The financial strain isn't just about the bricks and mortar, it's about the life they dream of providing for their children. It's about having a backyard where their kids can play, a neighborhood where they can grow, and a home where they can create memories. It's about more than just a house, it's about a life they yearn to live. Their struggle is a mirror to the struggles of many other families. It's a narrative of hard work that doesn't pay off, of dreams that seem unattainable, and of a system that seems rigged against the average American. The Smiths represent an alarming trend. They're not alone in their struggle. There are millions of other families grappling with the same challenges, fighting the same battles, and sharing the same dreams. It's a national crisis, hidden behind the closed doors of ordinary homes. Their story is not unique. Across America, millions are facing similar struggles. Sarah, a single mother from Texas, is another face in the crowd, wrestling with the housing market. Sarah's story is a familiar one. As a single mother, she is the sole provider for her 2 young children, working long hours to keep food on the table. But the cost of housing in her city has skyrocketed in the past few years, making it increasingly difficult for her to afford a home on her single income. Sarah is not alone in her struggle. She is one of the countless single parents across the United States, grappling with the harsh realities of the housing market. It's a market that has become a battleground, where the average American is pitted against soaring prices, stagnant wages, and often predatory lending practices. Sarah had dreams of owning a home, a place where her children could grow up with a sense of stability and security. But those dreams were shattered when she fell victim to a predatory lending scheme. Promised affordable mortgage rates, she found herself trapped in a cycle of escalating payments and mounting debt. The impact of this crisis extends far beyond Sarah's financial struggles. It permeates every aspect of her life. The stress of trying to make ends meet takes a toll on her health. The uncertainty of their living situation affects her children's well-being and education. And yet, despite the odds stacked against her, Sarah perseveres. She fights not just for herself, but for her children. She fights not just against predatory lenders, but against a system that has allowed the housing market to spiral out of control, leaving hardworking individuals like her struggling to keep up. This is not just Sarah's struggle. It's a struggle shared by millions across the country. It's a struggle that speaks volumes about the state of the housing market in America today. It's a struggle that demands attention, understanding, and most importantly, action. Sarah's story is a stark reminder of the individual lives affected by this crisis. The housing market crisis is not just a collection of statistics, it's about real people with real struggles. As we've journeyed through the current state of the American housing market, we've seen the faces behind the numbers. We've walked with the Smith family, an average American family, grappling with the harsh realities of an inflated housing market. Their struggle to afford a home, their battle to keep up with rising mortgage payments, these are not isolated incidents, but shared experiences echoed across many American households. We've also shared in Sarah's story, a single mother striving to provide a roof over her children's heads amidst the turmoil of a housing market that seems to favor the wealthy. Sarah's story is a poignant reminder of the many individuals who, despite their best efforts, find the dream of homeownership slipping further out of reach. These stories, of the Smith family, of Sarah, of countless others, they paint a picture of a housing market in distress. A market that, rather than providing the cornerstone of the American dream, has become a stumbling block for many. This crisis impacts more than just the ability to own a home. It's about the stability that a home provides, the sense of belonging, the security, the platform for growth and prosperity. When the housing market falters, it shakes the very foundations of these ideals. It challenges our collective belief in the American dream, the dream that hard work and perseverance will lead to a better life. The struggles of the Smiths of Sarah, they're not just their struggles, they're our struggles. They're America's struggles. As we've seen, the housing market crisis is not an abstract concept, but a tangible reality that impacts real lives, real dreams. So where do we go from here? The journey may be fraught with challenges, but it's a journey we must undertake. It's a journey towards reform, towards fairness, towards a housing market that works for all, not just the few. As we ponder the future, one thing is clear: the American dream is at stake, and it's time for a change.